Be sure to comment, subscribe, and click the notifications bell.
1, 2, 3.
Wow. What a boring fucking show tonight. Wow. What a boring fucking show tonight. What can you say about this? What can you say about this? Man. I don't know, guys. I don't know how WWE is going to survive without Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman is out for 6 months, guys. Braun Strowman is out for 6 months. I forgot to introduce myself. Hey, what's up, guys? JD Venom, part of Venom Nation Wrestling. And this is my Monday Night Raw review. If you guys are new to the channel, be sure to leave a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel here. Daily videos here on this channel. 7 days a week, you'll get a video from me. So, definitely subscribe for that. Be sure to follow me on Twitter and like Facebook page, where both links are down below. And right below you right there. Or right below you right there. But tell your friends and family come and join the JD Venom Nation on YouTube. Or actually the Venom Nation Wrestling here on YouTube. Wrong channel. I got two YouTube channels. But be that as it may, back to the point at hand. Raw is gonna be boring for the next 6 months. I'm sorry. If Strowman's really away for 6 months, he could come back soon. He could come back in 3 months or 4 months. But they said that the injury was not as serious. It was not as serious at first, but now apparently is more serious than what we thought. This show tonight is a clear indication that Braun Strowman and Alexa Bliss, and I'll probably say a couple other guys, were the very few bright spots for Monday Night Raw, because tonight was, I just gotta say, it's boring. There's nothing, there's no intriguement, there's nothing to get excited about. Now, there's a couple things that I will say that that I am excited about. That we are going to be getting a Fatal 5-Way match at Extreme Rules, which is a huge main event. Now, I mean, I expect a very great match to come out of that. I'm kind of hoping that what I seen tonight is not what we're gonna see at Extreme Rules. I really, truly believe that we may see one particular individual that I'm hoping. I don't know if he's gonna win, but god damn it, I'm hoping. I'm hoping for this fucking match. Brock Lesnar and Samoa Joe. I'm hoping to God that we get to see that match. That's more of a SummerSlam type match. But if we can't get at SummerSlam, let's get at Great Balls of Fire. Can't believe I'm saying that. Great Balls of Fire. I can't take that pay-per-view name seriously. But be that as it may, a very uneventful night on Raw. There's really, I was saying, nothing that happened on this show. This 3-hour program nearly gave me the black plate tonight. It was that fucking boring. I mean, I'll say the first hour, though, I like the first hour. The first hour was decent. You know, with Alexa Bliss and the beginning segment with Angle announcing the Fatal 5-Way. I like the Jeff Hardy and Sheamus match. But after that, it just went downhill. Went downhill, for sure. But let's get into the review, guys. I mean, because I don't really know what else to say, guys. I don't really know what else to say, but other than that, the show was boring. That a lot of these matches tonight didn't really mean shit. Like, okay, well, you know, we saw our main event tonight of Seth Rollins and Bray Wyatt, and it was the first one-on-one match against each other, and I liked it. I liked the match. I mean, I'm not saying that there was bad wrestling on the show. I like Rollins and Wyatt. I like Finn Balor and Roman Reigns. I like the Cruiserweight match, even though it was, again, cut short than what it was. I liked Dean Ambrose versus The Miz. Good matches, Jeff Hardy and Sheamus. The wrestling was good tonight. I like the wrestling. But a lot of outcomes for these matches, or, you know, or something that we know that is not going to do anything a couple weeks from now, there's no progression with these matches and with these storylines. We're seeing pay-per-view matches on free for TV. We should not be seeing Roman Reigns versus Finn Balor. We should not be seeing, Seth Rollins versus Bray Wyatt. You know what I mean? And this is just my opinion. We should not be seeing, fucking Jeff Hardy versus Sheamus again. You know what I mean? We should not be seeing these guys in these matches like this. So, and that's just me. That's just me, and that's just the way that I think about this here. I mean, they could have done something a lot better to actually build up to Extreme Rules. But, hey, they're in a, they're in a tough spot right now. Raw is in a fucking tough spot right now because of the whole Braun Strowman situation. The Braun Strowman situation has really fucked up Raw. It just has. It just has really fucked up Raw to there's no tomorrow pretty much. So, but just be that as it may, let's just get over this fucking review because I have no energy for this. I have nothing for this fucking show tonight, guys. I have nothing for this fucking show tonight that's gonna give me. Oh my god, tonight was great. Oh my god, great matches tonight. And again, like I said, the matches were good. Most of them were good, but it didn't really do anything for me because there was something that, in every match that made it kind of fucky, or like the wrong guy won, or or if the wrong guy wins, I understand why WWE did it, but it's still stupid as fuck. WWE tonight's Raw was from Newark, New Jersey tonight, and the crowd was decent. It was decent. I mean, it's up in the Northeast, so I mean, it wasn't bad. It wasn't in fucking buttfuck Mississippi. You know what I mean? So it wasn't anything like there. You know what I mean? It wasn't fucking vomit inducing North Dakota. You know what I mean? This crowd tonight was decent. Not great, but not bad, but decent. But we start tonight's show where they show the promo of Braun Strowman and Roman Reigns and how Braun Strowman got injured. Okay, so we already know about that. Kurt Angle comes out. He welcomes fans to Monday Night Raw and says there's been an ongoing problem between Braun Strowman and Roman Reigns. And Angle says that Braun suffered an elbow injury and flew back to the United States to have surgery. This was, of course, they were in London last week. Angle says, unfortunately, Braun may be out for 6 months. He had his eyes on the Universal Championship against Brock Lesnar. Angle wonders who is now going to challenge against Brock Lesnar. Okay? He announces a fatal 5-way Extreme Rules match at Extreme Rules to determine a number 1 contender. So the guys in the match will be Seth Rollins, Samoa Joe, Finn Balor, Bray Wyatt, and Roman Reigns. Quick point on that. I like this match because we don't have to see Seth Rollins versus Samoa Joe again in a one-on-one match. That was one thing I was really, not in favor for last week when we saw their one-on-one match last week. If Braun Strowman was not injured, we were going to see another one-on-one match at Extreme Rules. It was just obvious that's what we were going to see. So I'm kind of glad now that, yes, they're still involved with each other, but it's a fatal 5-way match, so it's not a one-on-one match, which is good. We were going to have most likely Finn Balor versus Bray Wyatt at Extreme Rules through these guys in here. And you have Roman Reigns, because Roman Reigns, he needs to, obviously he's a main eventer, whether you agree with it or not. I mean, I don't agree with the way he's been booked, but tonight I will say this: I'm gonna give credit where credit is due. With the exception of the outcome in his match tonight, I thought his mic work wasn't great by any means. It wasn't like fucking Steve Austin or CM Punk, but he was playing a prick, and that's what Roman Reigns needs to play. He was playing a prick. He wasn't playing the heel, of course, but he had those heel tendencies of a prick heel. So I like that. I like that what we saw from Roman Reigns tonight, as far as catering to his to his abilities and his special abilities as being a fucking prick. So there you go. But he does come out to interrupt, and the fans boo him. Of course, fans were booing the shit out of Reigns all night. Reigns says we don't need a fatal 5-way because he's the number 1 contender. He says that this is his yard. He beat The Undertaker at WrestleMania, and he put Strowman in the ambulance. Reigns says he is the only guy here that can beat Brock Lesnar. Okay, so again, in the tone that Roman Reigns used this in, I like the tone. I like the overall tone that Roman Reigns used this. So, because it seems like he's playing it like a prick. Now, this, mind you guys, this is his first interview in the ring since the night after WrestleMania 33. He had tried to do other promos every now and then, but he keeps getting interrupted by Strowman. So, this is his real first interview since then. Since the fans booing him for fucking 10, 15 minutes and saying, this is my yard now, and leaves the ring. So, we still don't know if Reigns is gonna be a face or a heel. Now, right now, he's still being a face. But remember after WrestleMania, the night after WrestleMania, we were kind of wondering, hey, is he gonna be turning heel now? He was really laying those boos sink in, saying this is my yard now, and walks out the ring. Or is it just a change of character where he's just gonna be a more vicious type of face, where he's gonna be a face that, I won't say a tweener. Well, you could probably say a tweener. Maybe a tweener, where he's kind of that line between heel and face. So I think that's where they're gonna be going with Roman Reigns as of right now. Not probably a full-fledged heel turn, but maybe a tweener. And I could take a tweener instead of a full-fledged face. I could take a tweener Roman Reigns if he delivers on the mic. He got to deliver on the mic, and can't be this whole PG bullshit. I think Reigns will be best as a tweener. Let me know what you think about that down below, because if you're not gonna turn him face, I'm sorry, if you're not gonna turn him heel, I should say, at least make him a fucking tweener. At least make him a tweener and have him be more heel than face, just because of the fact that it's something different for him. And I think that people will start to actually have Reigns growing on them. Now, not saying that Reigns growing on me by any stretch. I still can't stand his character, but his character is going in the right direction if they keep pursuing this. Knowing WWE, they're going to say, fuck you, fuck you, and fuck what you think. Roman's a face. Suffer and succotash. Fuck. Alright, but anyway. Finn Balor comes out. And Balor, he got a huge pop, and he says that he talks about, he never lost the Universal title. He gets in the ring with Reigns and says if Reigns wants a shot the Beast, get in the line behind him. And Reigns went on to say Balor has a lot of heart, but doesn't have the killer instinct to beat Brock Lesnar, because, Balor, I love Finn Balor. Obviously you can see him in my display here, front and center, but he doesn't have that physical presence as a Roman Reigns, as a Samoa Joe. I would say probably even as a Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt's not really that physically imposing, but Samoa Joe and Roman Reigns is. And I believe, those are two guys I will believe to beat, Brock Lesnar. I don't believe in what Finn Balor can do to beat Brock Lesnar. He will put a great effort. It will be one of those things where, Finn Balor, he's a tough son of a bitch, you know what I mean? He came in against the Beast, it just wasn't enough. I mean, it'll be something like that, but I don't believe in of him actually winning the title. It's not believable to me. You know what I mean? Hell, he's even really not believable for me with Seth Rollins. Probably you can say that now because he beat Triple H, and you could probably make a case for Seth Rollins, but I still think Brock Lesnar is still, I mean, Reigns, I would say because of the physical stature. I'm not saying because of the wrestling ability and the ways, but physical stature to Brock Lesnar, it's somewhat believable. Not 100% believable. I believe more in Samoa Joe, a lot more, 10-fold, 20-fold, 30-fold, that he can beat Brock Lesnar legitimately. Okay? But, Balor reminds Reigns that he beat him on the first night on Raw, which is true. And I'm going to be getting to that a little bit later on why I think that Balor lost to Reigns because of that whole situation there on his first night on Raw. After that, Samoa Joe comes out, cuts a promo. Joe says that they have it all wrong. It's not about big hearts or anyone's yard or anyone's club. It's real simple. It's about two things: actions and results. Joe talks about putting Seth Rollins down with the coquina clutch and winning the Fatal 5-Way. Then basically from there you get a Bray Wyatt cut. You get Bray Wyatt in the ring, and Wyatt says that the Beast approaches, and they all put on their brave faces, but they can feel them trembling with fear. And after that, Seth Rollins comes out with a huge pop. Seth Rollins was probably, with him and Balor, the most 2-over guys of the night. And Rollins says he specifically, came for a fight. He said New Jersey doesn't want to hear us to talk. New Jersey wants us to fight. And after that, Joe leaves the ring. They start brawling, and we just have a big brawl where we see everyone's signature. So basically, we see a sling blade to Roman Reigns. Reigns nails Wyatt, I think, with a Superman punch there. Then after that, Rollins and Samoa Joe start brawling to the floor. And pretty much Finn Balor does his diving, his flip top rope move. It's the tope, whatever, flip tope, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Onto the outside to Joe, Rollins, and Roman Reigns. So that was the end of our first segment. So I like the opening segment because overall, like I said, there's only a couple things that I liked about this show, and this was it. The opening segment, I thought the opening segment was fine. Like I said, I think the whole first hour was decent. It wasn't like AIDS, want to fucking put me to sleep type of show so far. But the first segment, it was decent. I liked it. I mean, it got where it needed to be. It got us where we need to be for the Fatal 5-Way. It addresses the whole Braun Strowman situation and us moving on. So, it did what it needed to do. Everybody got on the mic for a little bit and, got their words in. You know what I mean? Like I said, I think Reigns was decent in this segment here. And they made their stake and claim on that they're going to become the number one contender. So, like I said, I'm not really like 100% hyped for the match, but that is definitely the match I'm looking most forward to on Extreme Rules so far on the card. We gotta find out what else is gonna be coming out on the card. After that, we saw a one-on-one match between Sheamus and Jeff Hardy. Brother Nero chant started breaking out in this match. I would say not very good, but a good match between these two. I'm just tired of seeing variations of Sheamus versus Matt Hardy. Matt Hardy versus Cesaro, Jeff Hardy versus Sheamus, Jeff Hardy versus Cesaro. This is what I hate about this. You weren't using, for example, tonight, Sheamus. You could have had Sheamus to go up against, I don't know. Here's the thing. You could have Sheamus go up against Rhino, right? Have Jeff Hardy and Matt Hardy there on commentary. Have them, come or looking backstage. You know what I mean? You don't have to have these guys face off against each other. We don't have to see this every week. You know what I mean? Or, you could have Jeff Hardy go up against one of the guys in the club, Carl Anderson. You know what I mean? And have Sheamus and, Cesaro come interrupt and, have, Carl Anderson, win with a roll-up or something. Have something different. You cannot have this same shit every week. So, let me guess next week. Matt Hardy versus Cesaro, right? Is it too soon to predict that? Is it too soon to predict that? Come back to this video if I say Matt Hardy versus Cesaro next week. And I guarantee you, you'll be like, oh, Venom, you're right. Oh, it was Matt Hardy versus Cesaro. Or you know what I mean? It's stupid. It's stupid. It's lazy. That's what it is. It's fucking lazy from WWE. But, like I said, good match. I just don't like to see rematches and repeats and variations. It is making the feud seem less and less and less and less more important by the fucking each match that you do with these guys or a variation of these matches. I don't care right now. I simply don't care right now because you keep having variations. Matt Hardy versus Cesaro next week is gonna make me care even less, and I'm gonna tell you guys next week that, hey, I mentioned this to you guys that it was going to be Matt Hardy versus Cesaro. That's the way WWE does. They're lazy. They can't think of, like, creative shit. They can't. Not in May, at least. Not in May. Creative just start flowing in July, though, when they're trying to build up to SummerSlam. Creative just start flowing in maybe October in some cases when they're trying to build up to Survivor Series. Creative just start flowing in December, in January for the Royal Rumble. You know what I mean? Like how come you cannot have that fire, that sense of urgency, that drive every single week? I know it's hard. I'm not saying that's easy. You know what I mean? I used to, and this is by in no means comparison to WWE, but I used to book, call wrestling shows on YouTube, which I'm embarrassed to say. You go check it out, FCW, Fantasy Championship Wrestling, on my other channel. But I used to make shows every single week and upload them to YouTube every single week. And it was hard, but I put in effort, and I linked storylines together, and I didn't have two guys feuding against each other, in the ring every single week, because that's fucking stupid. But to each of his own. Some people like this shit. You know what I mean? Some of the casuals out there, they like this shit. So whatever. Basically, this match ends where Cesaro tries to interfere, but Matt takes out Cesaro. Matt was on the apron. Sheamus hits two bro kicks onto Matt Hardy into his head. So maybe I want to say going towards something for the broken gimmick. I don't know. We'll see. But Jeff Hardy hits a twist of fate and a swanton bomb for the win. And Jeff Hardy actually hit like a twist of fate stunner. Sorry about that, guys. PC was messed up. And Jeff Hardy, I'm just gonna continue on here. And Jeff Hardy hits like a twist of fate stunner on Sheamus. But before that, which is pretty cool. Before that, or after that, I should say, twist of fate, swanton bomb for the win. There you go. Next match was Sasha Banks versus Alicia Fox. Do you care? Do you even care? I mean, let me say this. What the fuck was that outcome? Made no sense whatsoever. What does this do? And I like Alicia Fox. Don't get me wrong. I love me some Alicia Fox. Really do. Okay, I love me some. She ain't fucking top 5 Bay worthy, but she's definitely up there. She is definitely up there. I'll probably put her top 10 because I always liked Alicia Fox ever since like 2010. But be that as it may, what does this do for Alicia Fox for the win? I mean, she won cleanly over Sasha Banks, and there's people out there. Sasha Banks, she injured her leg. Well, you don't treat my number 3 Bay on my top 5 Bays like that. Because Sasha Banks, she is part of the top 5 Bays at number 3. And be that as it may, this does nothing for Alicia Fox. This hurts Sasha Banks. You tell me that Sasha Banks, the woman who had wars last year against Charlotte, trained back and forth the women's championship. You tell me that she cannot beat Alicia Fox? Oh, it's the leg. Oh, yeah, that's what it was, right, guys? It was the leg injury. Oh, it was the leg. Oh, no, Sasha hurt her leg. Don't give me that bullshit. Don't give me that fucking bullshit. I don't understand where they're gonna be going with this. Where are they going with this? Is Sasha Banks versus Alicia Fox at Extreme Rules now? Then maybe Sasha Banks wins there. Oh, to get her heat back, right? She's gonna get her heat back. This doesn't hurt Sasha. This is a storyline. She's gonna be Alicia Fox at Extreme Rules. Don't worry, Venom. No, fuck that. Stupid. The most dumbest thing of the show tonight was that. It was close, but the dumbest thing of the show tonight was that Sasha Banks losing to Alicia Fox. Alicia Fox wins with a scissors kick to the back. 1, 2, 3. We got our Intercontinental Championship match that was built up from last week. You got The Miz with number 5 Bay, Maurice, versus Dean Ambrose. As I mentioned, good match. Good match. Most of these matches tonight was good matches, and this is one. But Miz wins by disqualification. You had a fucking good Intercontinental Championship match for a fucking pathetic outcome. And again, a match that was on tonight's show for no reason if we're going to have another match at Extreme Rules. Why even have the match then? Why, WWE? Why even have the match? We already knew since the Miz won the Intercontinental Championship, the number one contendership for the Intercontinental Championship, my bad, that it was going to be a match at Extreme Rules, Miz versus Dean Ambrose. Why is that match happening several weeks before Extreme Rules? To only, I guess, set up another match at Extreme Rules. So your original Extreme Rules match was set for tonight to actually build up another match between these two at Extreme Rules. Makes no fucking sense. Again, another match that didn't need to be on Raw. How come you couldn't have, Dean Ambrose versus somebody else? Yeah, I mean, who's there? Who would have been there that would, Kurt Hawkins. You could have Dean Ambrose go up against Kurt Hawkins. You know what I mean? And have after fucking, Ambrose wins, have the Miz come out and beat him up. That's all you gotta do. That's all you got to do. Use your roster. You have these talents here for a reason. Use your fucking roster, WWE. And I hate to complain. I'll be honest with you. I really hate to complain, but shit, I'm gonna call shit where I see it. I'm gonna call shit where I see it, because shit like this, there's no excuse for. There is, in my opinion, no excuse for shit like this at all. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just looking at the roster right now. Where's Bo Dallas at? You know what I mean? Where's Bo Dallas? Where's Kurt Axel at? You know what I mean? Where's Mark Henry? You know what I mean? Like, we already talked about Rhino. Obviously, the Revival's not there. Dumb, lazy, pathetic, stupid, trash. Any synonym that you can think of. Any synonym that you can think of. Ridiculous. Fucking ridiculous. On to our next segment. A very, I didn't even tell you on how the match ends with the Miz and Dean Ambrose. I forgot to tell you how the match ends. So basically, the Miz was trying to go for a low blow. Dean Ambrose catches his arm and then kicks Miz in the nuts. So getting kicked in the nuts, Miz got kicked in the nuts by Dean Ambrose, and basically disqualification by the referee. And that's how Miz wins by DQ. Fucking stupid as shit. So we go into our next segment of the night, a promo with Alexa Bliss. Alexa Bliss is fucking amazing. Fucking amazing. Another good week for Alexa Bliss. 3 weeks in a row she stands tall at the end of a match/segment. They're building up Alexa Bliss beautifully. They're letting her beat her. And that's what they need to do for everybody. Let them be them. They're letting Alexa Bliss, again, do things that, that's at her strong points. And talking on the mic is her strong point right now. She owns the fucking crowd tonight. So Bliss comes out. She makes fun of people who live in Newark, New Jersey. She basically calls New Jersey the sweat glands of America. Wow. Fucking, that's great. That's fucking great. Beautiful. She says that they will finally be able to experience a winner. Bliss runs down all of her accomplishments since coming to Raw. She's the first Raw and SmackDown Women's Champion. And basically, Alexa Bliss. Now, I don't know if you noticed the first time that she did this. This is the second time that she does it. She owns the what chance. No other wrestler does this. She's the only wrestler that does this. And Vince McMahon every now and then does this. You know what I mean? I do not remember the exact way that she presented it, but it was pretty much somewhere on the lines where if you're a loser, say what? If Newark, New Jersey are losers, say what? And the fans said what? After that, they were quiet. No more what chants. Alexa owns that shit. Great. And I hate the what chants. I liked it in 2002, 2003, but by around 2007, it was fucking done. I was done with it. Now it's 10 years after I'm done with it, and I can't stand the chant. I just can't stand the chance. Only if Austin was there, or if somebody is really going with it. You know what I mean? Like, anytime when a wrestler, and that's why I hate sometimes when wrestlers who can't really talk, and they pause, you're gonna get buried by the what chance. You're gonna get buried by the what chance. Alexa, she does pause because you gotta pause when you're doing a promo. You can't just do a whole run-on promo the entire time. But she owns the what chance. If you're a loser in New Jersey, say what? What? After that, fans shut the fuck up. Great shit from Alexa Bliss. She's fucking white hot gold right now. And I put a tweet. I put a tweet out. And I was tweeting all night. Saying that Alexa Bliss is one of the biggest overachievers ever in wrestling. Period. No one saw her in this position. No one's seen her in this position here when she brought up from NXT. You know what I mean? No one saw her in this. I didn't see her in this position. But she took the ball and she ran with it. She's up there with guys like Mick Foley and Brian Pillman and, I will say even Trish Stratus as some of the biggest overachievers in wrestling history. And she's been on the roster for less than a fucking year. Great. She's only going to get better, guys. This is the only beginning for Alexa Bliss. Fucking amazing. Bayley comes out, which her fucking shit just died. I like Bayley. I really do, but her momentum is just dead. She got popped tonight, though. She's over. She was over. I will say that. She comes out and she gives Bliss props for everything she has done. Bayley invokes a rematch clause for Extreme Rules. Bliss tells Bayley that she can never be Extreme. Bliss asks Bayley to be a good little girl and leave the championships to the adults. After that, Bayley attacks Alexa Bliss. Bayley kicks Alexa Bliss off the apron. Bliss stun guns Bayley. Then Bayley grabs a kendo stick from under the ring and nails Bayley on the back, like on the upper back to the lower part of her head. Like, it was a brutal shot from Alexa Bliss. And I immediately tweeted out, I was like, oh, well, this is going to be the first women's Extreme Rules match. Well, that's not what we got. Bayley, after the whole segment ended, Bayley was laying in the ring. We go a little bit fast forward into the show. Bayley was backstage with Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle makes a match. He makes a match at Extreme Rules for a kendo stick on a pole match. Are you fucking serious? You take this great, I won't say great feud, but you take a decent feud between Alexa Bliss and Bayley, and you do a kendo stick on a pole match? Really? Really? That's what you're gonna do? A kendo stick on a pole match? I hate pole matches. If you were here for the early days of this channel here, I made a top 10, which got flagged by WWE. I did a top 10 worst gimmick matches, and pole matches was like at number 5 or 4. I can't remember exactly where it was. I hate pole matches. I hate pole matches. Now, because pole match is all about getting to wherever the object is on the pole. I know that's the object, but I guarantee you that we're going to be seeing kendo sticks underneath the ring before this match and kendo sticks under the ring after this match. How come they can't just go in the ring and just grab a kendo stick and just bow? Makes too much sense, I guess. Whatever. Okay, so back up to the break where Kurt Angle, and this is after the whole Bayley Bliss segment, where Kurt Angle is on the phone on the phone, and after that, the Miz and Maurice walk up, interrupt. Miz rants on how Dean Ambrose is a paper champion and how the match ended. Angle makes a match again, as I mentioned, at Extreme Rules between Miz and Ambrose. Miz says that's not good enough. He wants a title. He wants a match where the title can change on a DQ. Holy shit. Whew. Remember that? Money in the Bank 2011. Great. Probably one of the best pay-per-views in the past probably 10 years, I want to say, from WWE. That was a great fucking pay-per-view with CM Punk and Cena and just great matches. But hey, that's how Christian won his world title back from Randy Orton off of DQ. Yeah. So I see something that can happen here with Dean Ambrose and The Miz. Basically, Marie's rants infringed. Angle, argues back with her as well. The Drifter, Elias Sampson, comes up. I don't know what the fuck I have. So I've been picking at my eye all night. Something in my fucking eye. You know how when you get those eyelashes and just one that's coming loose and you just can't get it out? That's what's happening to me right now. Very annoying. But the Drifter comes up, Elias Sampson, and pretty much Elias Sampson's just drifting, and Angle says, "Can I help you?" And Sampson just walks off, and he starts drifting away. When are we gonna see Elias Sampson? I will say probably after Extreme Rules, because he's been drifting in and out, ever since WrestleMania. The night after WrestleMania, we've been seeing Elias Sampson, and we have yet to hear on why he's there. I know he's on the roster now, obviously. He's obviously on the fucking Raw roster. I'm not fucking stupid, but can we get explanation? Can the commentary, mention him or something? Corey Graves finally mentioned him. I mentioned last week that Corey Graves pretended like he didn't know who Elias Sampson was, despite Corey Graves being in NXT, being a fucking commentator, calling his matches. But finally, Corey Graves finally snapped out of his amnesia. I don't know. Alright, but after that, we saw the cruiserweight action, TJP versus Neville versus Austin Aries and Jack Gallagher. TJP really needs to change his theme. He needs to stop having that same fucking bullshit theme for a fucking face. It is a heel theme. He needs a heel theme. That theme is too face. It's too happy-go-lucky, like Mega Man, boom, Mega Man X, Storm Eagle. Super Nintendo, I'm dating myself, but seriously, he needs to change his theme. Decent match. I will say that it was a decent match. The Cruiserweights, they never have a bad match. Let's just be honest. They never have a bad match. It's the time factor that comes in with the Cruiserweight matches. But basically, long story short, TJP and Neville wins after TJP hits the detonation kick on Gallagher. So that's all I really gotta say about the match. It's really nothing to hit home about. After that, we see a backstage promo with the Golden Truth. Golden Truth in R-Truth says that he let down the team last week by not securing the number one contendership. Goldust says that's nonsense, and they can start the journey back to the top when they face against the club. Goldust cheers up Truth, and that was it. They leave on the same page. Oh man, you guys ready for a rude awakening if you guys didn't see Raw tonight. Finn Balor versus Roman Reigns. It was a very solid match. I thought this was, as I mentioned earlier, that Reigns wins and beats Finn Balor. Balor was trying to go for a coup de grace, but Reigns hits the spear for the win. And like I said, it was a very solid match. I liked the match. Reigns looked good for the most part. He still needs to, fix a few things with his wrestling style, but it was decent for what I saw. Finn Balor's fucking amazing in the ring, as always. He was looking very believable against Roman Reigns early on, being very cat-like quick in the ring. Finn Balor, I don't give a fuck what you say about Finn Balor, because I know some people out there that hate Finn Balor for every reason. He does the same shit. He is a great performer in the ring, and he's a pretty damn good wrestler, too. Not fucking, Chris Benoit or Eddie Guerrero or guys like that. But for what he does in the ring, he's a great performer. Okay, very, very, he's up there at, top 10 wrestlers in the company for sure. Okay, but the reason why I don't like this win, because Roman Reigns, who's 50%, 60%, 70%, he's not 100%. He beats 100% Finn Balor. Now, I understand why they did it. Finn Balor beat Roman Reigns the first night when he came into the Raw roster. I get it. Reigns has to get the win back. I get it. So they're 1-1. I understand, guys. I understand that. I understand that. But Roman Reigns was 60%. Finn Balor was 100%. What can you say? What can you say about that? I just don't understand it. I don't understand it. You know what I mean? And I already knew that Balor was gonna lose. I still don't like it. You know what I mean? It doesn't mean I have to accept it. You know what I mean? But I understand again that it was because that WWE, they wanted to have Reigns get the win back from Balor back in August. After the match, we have a quick Bray Wyatt promo. In the back, he says that Wyatt says that this may be Angle's show and Roman's yard, but this is his world. He comments on taking out the Beast and standing triumphant as our new Universal Champion. But tonight, he is tasked with saving another soul. Wyatt cuts a promo on Rollins and wonders if he has what it takes to slay the beast, to look evil in the eyes, its eyes and conquer it. Wyatt tells Rollins to run and blows out the fucking lantern. I don't know why I said fucking there, but because I had fucking there because I was pretty upset at this point in the show because the whole Roman Reigns situation. We come back from a commercial break. Seth Rollins' interview about tonight's main event says he's confident. That's all we need to know. After that, we get an NXT. Oh, before we get the NXT takeover commercial, we got the Golden Truth versus the Club. R-Truth comes out saying what's up. He says, New York, New Jersey, what's up? Boom! Goldust attacks him and turns heel. Wow. What does this do now? You're not going to use R-Truth after this. You're not going to use Goldust after this. So what's the reason for the heel turn? Is this just because we need another match at Extreme Rules and this is the only thing you can think of? I mean, maybe. Maybe that could be what it is. I don't know. Now, they were kind of building this up a little bit. They're going to say, oh, there was built there. No, again, they're just trying to find ways to make us care about something that we're really not going to care about at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Oh, they got that number one contendership. You know what I mean? They almost beat Sheamus and Cesaro back in London. They asked for the match from Kurt Angle. No. What does this do for Goldust? I like Goldust. I like R-Truth. They are very underrated in what they do. You know what I mean? Dustin Rhodes has been around for fucking, almost 30 years in the business. R-Truth has been around for, nearly 20 years to WWE. But be it as it may, what is this going to do for Raw? Absolutely nothing. This is a feud that's going to last up through Extreme Rules. After that, we're not gonna be seeing anything about this fucking feud again after that. You may get the night after on Raw and, probably a couple weeks after that. This feud is gonna be dead in probably 2 months, guys. 2 months. I give it 2 months. And even at that, this is a fucking lower card feud. Not even mid card. It's at the bottom of the card. It's gonna be jerking the curtain at Extreme Rules. After that, we get an NXT TakeOver Chicago commercial. These 30 seconds was the best thing of the night. With the Fozzy, Judas song in the background, and just the whole build around the three main matches. They even talked about Tyler Bate versus Pete Dunne. I'm fucking excited for fucking TakeOver, guys. I'm excited for Pete Dunne versus Tyler Bate. With Jim Ross now calling the commentary? That's match of the fucking night. People probably don't see that as a match, and I think that's going to be match of the fucking weekend. Mark my words. NXT review coming Wednesday, guys. I'll be talking about that more. But, but be that as it may, I will definitely say that, the whole Goldust situation, that it's not going to last for 2 months. Then we get Enzo and Cass to come out. They cut a promo. Basically, they're obviously from New Jersey. Long story short, Apollo Crews and Titus O'Neil comes out. Big Cass says that, hey, it's going to be me and you, Titus, tonight, not Apollo versus Enzo. Squash match. Cass wins with a big boot. Do you care about this match? I certainly don't. Enzo and Cass has fell off the radar due to thanks to WWE. Titus O'Neil ain't doing a goddamn thing other than being a fucking father. So, there you go. Not really a heel turn from Apollo Crews here, but he is going to be more on the side of Titus O'Neil. Maybe this could be a potential full-fledged heel turn. This could be that'll be good for Apollo Crews. But after the match, Enzo was trying to take a selfie of what happened in the ring to Titus O'Neil. And Apollo Crews hits a great to the back of Enzo's head. So there you go. After that, we had our main event of Rollins and Bray Wyatt. Again, like I said, it was a good match. I like the match. I'm not gonna sit here and gonna bash the fucking match. I like the match. I just don't think it meant shit. Especially after where Samoa Joe comes out and basically destroys, Rollins to end the show. And again, I want Samoa Joe to win and go up against Brock Lesnar at, I guess it would be a Great Balls of Fire. Oh, God, that's a horrible name. Horrible name, Great Balls of Fire. But again, good match. I thought it was a pretty damn good match. It was the first time going 1-1 against each other. But what does it mean? What does it mean, guys? We can have great matches all day, but what does it mean? You can, there's great matches like The Miz and Dolph Ziggler. When they had the career versus the title match, that meant something. That fucking meant something. AJ Styles versus John Cena. First match meant something. Second match meant something. The Elimination Chamber match, that meant something. And I know I'm naming everything from SmackDown, but SmackDown, over the year, has been way more consistent than Monday Night Raw. It just has been. It just has been. Now as of late, I think, you know what? I think tomorrow we may see some great stuff on SmackDown because it's going to be the go-home show to Backlash. So I expect a good show out of it. But tonight's Raw, good wrestling matches. It's just boring, though. We're seeing variations of what we're going to see next week. Are we going to see Finn Balor versus Samoa Joe? Which is fucking great, and I can't wait for that match. Great stuff in NXT, but, it doesn't really mean shit. This is a pay-per-view match. These guys main evented pay-per-views, and that could be a possible match next week. What are we going to see? Roman Reigns versus Bray Wyatt again? No. I don't want to see that shit. You know what I mean? Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns? I mean, we've seen that many a times, over the past couple of years. I don't want to see it again on Raw. You know what I mean? We haven't seen them in a match against each other for a long time. I will say that. It'll be a nice treat to see, but again, you can't be doing this every single week, going up to Extreme Rules. Now, I will say the Extreme Rules match, the reason why I'm intrigued by it is because that if we get somebody out instead of Roman Reigns winning the number one contendership, I'm good with it. Because Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar, who really wants to see that? Right now, at least, I'm saying. That's a match for a Big Four pay-per-view. It's not for Great Balls of Fire. It's just not, guys. It's just not. And I can't see WWE doing I can't see WWE doing Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar for a pay-per-view of that stature. I just can't see it. I can't see it. I just can't see it at all. But, that is my Raw review, guys. That is my Raw review tonight. Thank you so much for coming out to the channel, watching my other videos on the channel. Go check out the Getting Over podcast and the Getting Over podcast bonus, where I give my thoughts on Maria Kanellis and Mike Bennett possibly coming to NXT TakeOver Chicago. There's been some news on that, so definitely check that out. Also, go check out the What Else Happened episode 1, the Finger Poke of Doom. 55 minutes of great fucking shit from me. You guys, I'm telling you guys, that series is gonna give me a lot of views on this fucking channel. So definitely go check it out, because if you missed the first episode, you're probably gonna miss the second and third and fourth. So go check it out. Check out maybe like the first 10 minutes, and make your decision if you want to keep watching or not. Top 10 videos are up as well. Top 10 title designs, and recently the top 10 most underrated wrestlers in wrestling history. So definitely go check that out as well. And yeah, of course, the Getting Over podcast, as I mentioned, NXT Raw reviews, which is this, and SmackDown review to come to tomorrow. But guys, that's it for me. If you like this here, be sure to leave a thumbs up on your way out. Subscribe to the channel. Be sure to follow me on Twitter and like the Facebook page, where both links are down below. And I'll see you guys later. Peace out.